Hello artists! For the final stage of our Kusama flowers in their vases, we're going to add dots. So every table will have a tray of black paint or two, and you're going to need a few items. Obviously you need your art. We're going to need some newspaper, a small paintbrush, but we're not using this end. The part you normally paint with, we're not using that end. One of my pencils, you'll find out why in a minute, and we're all going to have one of these bingo daubers. The bingo daubers come with some very important rules. You never ever squeeze them, because if you squeeze them, they explode and make a mess all over, and then I will have to take your bingo dauber from you and you will have to clean up the mess. With the bingo daubers, first thing you have to do is make sure it's working. Usually you have to turn it on. That's why we have the newspaper. So you gently tap until ink comes out. Some of them take a little more tapping than others, but one more time, you never ever squeeze, because the stuff inside here is ink. It's permanent. It will not come out of your clothes. So these are for 3 different sizes of dots. We have small, medium with the pencil, and large. It's probably best to do your large dots first. And I'm going to make my dots like Yayoi. She liked to focus her large dots in the center. And I'm just gently touching my paper. So gentle taps to make big dots down the center. And then she liked to make dots that were a little smaller. So I'm sticking my pencil eraser, yes, the eraser, in the black paint. And I'm pressing straight down. And last, for my teeny tiny dots, I mentioned we're not using the hair of the brush. I'm using the very end of the brush, dipping that in the paint, and then tapping. On my flowers, I want to make sure my lines show up really well, so I'm going to trace them with a black crayon before I start painting. Notice how I turn my artwork upside down to work on the flowers, so I'm not dragging my hand through any wet paint. Now these flowers, if your flowers are really tiny, you probably won't be using the bingo dauber on the flower itself, because then you would stick with smaller dots like the medium dot and the small dot.